Oppose President Trump. My question is, do you oppose the Abraham Accords?
No, Senator. I think there's a great opportunity at this time to have a growing momentum and to move with the President Trump peace plan. And there's a great opportunity that we can treat everybody fairly and accomplish regional stability and long-term everlasting peace.
Why is it that so many of these Arabs and Muslims who live in progressive Western countries like the UK or the United States of America, when you dig through their social media activity, you always see this praise and excuses made for terrorists, these Jew-hating comments, these revisionist Holocaust denial style support? It always happens. Why does it always happen? It happened again here with this guy, Amel Ghalib, who was Trump's nominee, President Trump's nominee to be the American ambassador to Kuwait, taken on here by Ted Cruz in the nomination committee or whatever it is. Here we go. Let's look at the dark past of this guy who's supposed to be some progressive American, right?
Thank you, Senator. Senator Cruz, welcome.
Taking your time, Senator, huh? We don't have time here. Come on, let's go.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Ghalib, I am concerned that your stated public positions are markedly in conflict with the views of President Trump and with the positions of the United States. So I want to spend some time talking about your views. Let's talk first about boycott, divestment, and sanctions of Israel. During your tenure as mayor, the Hamtramck City Council passed a resolution supporting the boycott of Israel, divestment from Israel, and sanctions of Israel. Do you support boycotting Israel?
Thank you, Senator, for that question. So, as a mayor, my position is an honorary position, and it's a city manager system in our government, city government. So the Jewish Voice for Peace group drafted that resolution, came and convinced the city council to unanimously vote for that.
So
a far left Jewish group who are constantly supporting and making excuses for jihadists. Jewish Voice for Peace. They're not much better than full-blown Palestinian supporters.
You voted for it?
I didn't vote for it because I only vote if there's a tie. So it wasn't my idea, it wasn't my initiative. It was the Jewish Voice group.
Did you support it at the time?
I didn't support it. I didn't vote for it. It wasn't my idea.
Did you oppose it?
I didn't have to vote at the time. So
do you support boycotting Israel right now?
Senator, we don't have any companies that deal with Israel in our city.
Okay, with respect, you're not answering my question.
Always they do this, like Zoran Mamdani. Have you seen the next mayor of New York, probably, where he circles around the issue and says these general things? Do you support boycotting or not? Do you, as an ambassador of the United States, support boycotting Israel? You should say no.
I don't.
As a policy matter, do you support BDS? Do you support boycotting, divesting, and sanctioning? Under your leadership, the city you were leading became the first American city in the whole country to pass a BDS resolution. And I'm asking if you support the policy that you put in place.
I didn't put it in place, and I don't support it, but it was, like I said, drafted
So your testimony here today is you do not support BDS, you do not support boycotting Israel, divesting from Israel, or sanctioning Israel.
Yes, sir. It was drafted by a Jewish attorney, voted unanimously by the city council.
All right, let's move then to the Abraham Accords. In August of 2020, you posted harsh criticism of President Trump's push to normalize relations between Israel and the UAE. You said that it was a threat to stability and a cause for mourning. Do you continue to oppose the Abraham Accords?
I don't recall writing that, Senator, but at the time, as you know, I was opposed to the president. Up until 2024, I was still not a supporter of President Trump until...
So you opposed President Trump. My question is, do you oppose the Abraham Accords?
No, Senator. I think there's a great opportunity at this time to have a growing momentum and to move with the President Trump peace plan, and there's a great opportunity that we can treat everybody fairly and accomplish regional stability, a long-term, everlasting peace, and get everybody involved in this.
So in this same post, you described Saddam Hussein as a martyr. Do you continue to believe Saddam Hussein was a martyr?
Thank you, Senator, for that question. This is the third time I'm asked. And as I said, I was a private citizen in 2020.
Just asking your views.
Yes, thank you. I will clarify that. It was the day of January 7, 2020, when our military bases were attacked by Iran. And in a moment of anger, because we didn't respond.
So I asked you about today. Do you continue to believe Saddam Hussein was a martyr today?
Senator, I don't think that, no doubt that Saddam was a dictator. And I said it earlier, if this offended anybody who suffered from Saddam, who lost a loved one, I apologize about that.
Okay, so you're not answering my question. Do you believe today that Saddam Hussein was a martyr? That's a yes or no.
I mean, I can say no. It wouldn't matter. He's in God's hand. He will get the treatment he deserves. I'm not.
All right, in August of 2020, you posted that the Muslim Brotherhood was an inspiration. Do you continue to believe the Muslim Brotherhood is an inspiration?
Hamas are the Palestine branch of the Muslim Brotherhood, by the way. They are the Muslim Brotherhood.
Thank you, Senator. I think a lot of my posts were written in Arabic and mistranslated. I believe that...
No, you were saying what you really think in Arabic. That's what Arabs do. They say what they really think in Arabic, and then in English, they muddy the waters like this.
You know, it's an ideology. It's not just a group of people. I disagree with a lot of things that they do. Some of them are extremists. Some of them are part of some governments in the Middle East. So I trust our government to do the research and...
Okay, again, my question was simple and straightforward. Do you continue to believe the Muslim Brotherhood is an inspiration?
No, I'm not part of it. I don't believe in that. But if anybody
but you did post it in 2020. Let me ask you, how would you be able to serve as an ambassador if President Trump designates the Muslim Brotherhood as a terrorist organization? I have legislation to do that. I believe it is likely the Trump administration will designate the Muslim Brotherhood as a terrorist organization. Hamas is the Muslim Brotherhood in Palestine.
I would trust the president, and if it's designated, I will be committed to implement President Trump's policies. I'm not... You know, I trust the president's policy, and if confirmed, I will be implementing the policies of the administration. I mean, I wouldn't go against the president and his policies.
Mr. Ghalib, I will say, from your long-standing public positions, it appears you have a deep-felt and passionate view about the Middle East, but it is a view that is in direct conflict with the policy positions of President Trump and this administration. I will point out also that, and you've been asked about this before, but it is really quite astonishing, that on Facebook, you liked a post that called Jews monkeys for their own benefit.
Thank you, Senator.
Why would you like a post that calls Jews monkeys?
Thank you. I explained that earlier. From 2010 to 2000, before I became the mayor, I used to have a bad habit of acknowledging every post, every comment under my post. Doesn't mean that I agree with it, just acknowledging, but they were a response under...
I just ignore. He says the Jews are monkeys for their own benefit, and I acknowledge it. You liked it. You endorsed it. Oh my God, the lying, it's incredible.
That was not translated or interpreted, that says you can say this in your country but not in this country, which means that I did not agree with that post, even though I acknowledge it. I know it was a bad habit, but let me be clear, I don't agree with that statement, and I treat everybody with respect in my official capacity.
And let's be clear, the statement that you liked said they are all monkeys for their own benefit. So every Jew is a monkey.
I don't agree with that statement, Senator. And the person who wrote it is mentally challenged in our community. He is well known. I used to have this idea of inclusivity in my past, ideology. I changed in 2024. I changed even...
You changed 1 year ago? You know, it's not like, 20 years ago I changed. When I was 18, I grew up and I changed. This is 1 year ago.
My party,
Mr. Ghalib, there may well be positions within the Trump administration that you are qualified to perform in. that are unrelated to these issues that you have such passionate beliefs about. I believe your beliefs are sincere. I believe that when you became the mayor of the first city in America to pass a BDS resolution, it's because you believe in BDS. I disagree with you on that. That is contrary to the policy of the United States government, but you're entitled to have your own views.
But
What I do not understand is how you could possibly serve as a United States ambassador for President Trump in the Middle East when you have passionate views, including having been a vocal opponent of the Abraham Accords, the singular and most consequential accomplishment President Trump has negotiated, and your longstanding views are to publicly oppose the Abraham Accord.
Thank you, Senator. Let me be clear. I support the Abraham Accord, and I think there's a golden opportunity to get everybody involved in that. And let me be clear, in February of 2022, as the mayor, the first thing I did is to pass a resolution to condemn anti-Semitism. It's documented. That's what I perform in my official capacity. The other things, people are making assumptions based, trying to judge my intention.
I'm curious, would a statement like all Jews are monkeys, would that qualify as anti-Semitism?
Well, that's, somebody wrote it who's mentally challenged.
Now, my question is, does the statement all Jews are monkeys, does that qualify as anti-Semitism?
I don't agree with it, Senator.
Okay, you're not answering my question.
It's definitely anti-Semitism, but clicking on it doesn't mean I endorse it. It's
well,
just
actually,
reading.
Means exactly that. When you like something, it means you
no,
like
Senator,
something.
Every post since 2010, every comment, because I used to have like 10, 20 comments, I used to acknowledge it, to read it, but sometimes I would respond under it to oppose it. And there was a response here that wasn't translated by the media that says, you cannot say this in your country. It wasn't translated. And when I met with Senator...
But that's not disagreeing with the statement that all Jews are monkeys.
But let me be clear now. I disagree with that.
But you didn't at the time.
You are making assumptions, sir.
No, I'm asking. I'm not making an assumption. That's a question.
I did disagree at the time, and I still disagree.
Did you disagree publicly? Did you say a word of disagreement, or was your only public statement a like, which is the universal method of saying you like something and agree with it?
Everybody who asked me, I told them it doesn't mean I endorse it. It's just acknowledging reading it, but I am opposing that, and I make it clear now. I passed a resolution to condemn anti-Semitism in all forms or shape.
So, you mentioned earlier that the posts were in Arabic and they haven't been translated right. I have in my hands right now one of those Arabic posts on August 13th, 2020, and I have the English translation. Among other things, you talk about individuals who died in Egyptian prisons, and you said, quote, "They die to be etched on the pages of history, stained in positions that inspire generations and make millions of Brotherhood fans exposed to a global demonic campaign and unprecedented demonic media infliction. I have only seen such situations in the martyr Saddam Hussein and his companions. May God have mercy on them."
Thank you, Senator, for that question. I was talking about standing firm for the cause of a person. Doesn't mean I agree with him. I am a strong advocate of democracy in the Middle East. Yes, I was against the military coup, and I believe in democracy. That's the best value that we have, and we want everybody to enjoy that value in the Middle East. So I was advocating for democracy in the Middle East. Doesn't mean that I support certain group, but I support democracy. And
well, as I said, I think your longstanding views are directly contrary to the views and positions of President Trump and to the position of the United States. I, for one, am not going to be able to support your confirmation. And I want to enter into the record this post in both the Arabic and English translation. I ask that it be entered into the record.
It'll be entered into the record without objection.
Look, I think the facts here are quite clear, and your longstanding position is directly contrary to that of the president's.
Senator, if confirmed, I will be implementing President Trump's policies with no objections. Thank you.
Praising those Muslim Brotherhood people who were imprisoned in Egypt and the martyr Saddam Hussein. I want to show you also some other things that were said. This is according to The Hill. of some of the allegations against Amir Ali, which was like denying sexual abuse committed against women during October 7th, denying rape. That's something that we've seen a lot of the Hamas supporters do. Declining to condemn a member of the Hamtramck City Council, that's the city that he was mayor of, who called the Holocaust an advanced punishment for the war in Gaza. Do you understand that? An advanced punishment. Like God saw that in the future, the Jews would be doing this in Gaza, so now I'm going to murder them in the Holocaust. And then, of course, Muslim Brotherhood being an inspiration, Saddam Hussein being a martyr. And remember, he's ambassador of Kuwait, right? He's there to be the ambassador of Kuwait. Saddam Hussein invaded Kuwait in the first Gulf War. And the only reason he didn't gobble up Kuwait was because of the United States. So it's even like it's problematic in general to say something like that. But for the ambassador of Kuwait, and then, you know, this obvious love for the Muslim Brotherhood, which is against all the allies of the United States in the Middle East, this kind of support for Hamas, anti-Semitism, of course, you know, the Jews are monkeys, the stuff about the Holocaust and whatever. Classic. And then, you know, circling around the issues when questioned about it. And you can just tell that those are his views and he's just trying to get out of this questioning. And you always see it also with Zoran Mamdani and these other people. You can just tell that they're sympathetic to jihadists. They're sympathetic to the Muslim Brotherhood. That if they do bad things, they will make some type of excuse for them, that some policy made them do it. This is just so un-American. And this guy is just so unfit to be an American ambassador in the Middle East. Born in Yemen, by the way. Born in Yemen. And it saddens me to say it. Like, you just know when you see someone like that, someone called Amel Ghalib, that very likely, if you dig around, you're going to find this kind of thing. All the time. All the time. You see it. The same way you see a journalist in Gaza, a stringer for Reuters, whenever you look through his social media posts, you discover that he praises Hitler and things like that. You always see it. It's like you're just dig around a little bit and you always find this crap all the time. And I say it with sadness. I don't want to be racist. I don't want to be racist, but it just keeps happening. Like, I know that if I see someone in the US with an Arab name, that very likely if I dig through his social media, this is the type of crap I'm going to find. Probably. Very likely. Right? Just the way it is. Just so ingrained in someone who grows up in a place like Yemen, or one of those places, that there's going to be conspiracy theories about Jews, there's going to be hatred of Israel, there's going to be support and sympathy to various people who fought America and Western powers. There's going to be all these bad things that they kind of endorse and they like and support and they comment on. And then, you know, oh, I'm just seeing myself. This was in the past. It was 1 year ago, right? I hope they don't nominate somebody like that to be an ambassador. But even if he doesn't become ambassador, he's a mayor in the United States of America. That should trouble you very, very much. All for this video. Thank you for watching. It's Night from an Nomad. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.